closes the loop by looking at the systems, collaborations, and mindsets needed to sustain progress long term. For this final discussion, we will now be joined by a new set of speakers. Our moderator for panel 3 is none other than Dr. Maricar Sabiniano. Dr. Maricar Sabiniano serves as the Oncology Manager for Navigation and Cancer Registry at the Philippine Cancer Society, where she is a member of the Executive Action Team. She is affiliated with the Philippine General Hospital, Healthway Cancer Care Hospital, Manila Doctors Hospital, and the Ruth Foundation for Palliative and Hospice Care. Her work centers on strengthening patient navigation services, advancing cancer data registries, and promoting comprehensive patient support across all oncology, palliative care, and hospice care advocacy. And joining her on the panel are Dr. Gia Ladrera. She's an adult pulmonologist and a medical oncologist at the Lung Center of the Philippines. We also have Dr. Michael Agustin. He's the director of GRMC, or Guam Lung and Infectious Disease, is it Medical Center? No? Yes, Medical City. And director of the Healthway Lung Nodule Clinic, Philippines. With that, let's begin our final panel, Partnerships and Sustainable Investments.
Thank you very much, Ms. Pina. Good afternoon, everyone. How's your lasagna? Sarap, right? So we're on to our third panel, and of course, Doc King and Doc Mike are here with us. We're going to talk about partnerships and sustainable investments. Doc King and Doc Mike. There has been a lot shared already from the last two panels, but it's clear that public awareness remains a critical gap in lung cancer programs, especially when many symptoms are dismissed or there are misperceptions among patients. What role do you think for doctors can communication campaigns, community engagements, and digital platforms play in empowering Filipinos to recognize the early signs and seek timely medical management? Would you like to start?
Well, fortunately, sitting before you are two pulmonologists. So he can also share his thoughts regarding this. But health-seeking behavior is one part of the scenario. But the other part, I think, also comes from the healthcare providers as well. Now, moving first to the health-seeking behavior of the Filipinos. Mabagtiis ang Filipinos. And in a study, it found out that the only thing that would make this person go to and seek out a consultation will be hemolysis. This is the only thing that they feared, and it's the only symptom that will make them seek a doctor first thing in the morning. Not a 2 months cough, not shortness of breath even, except when they're almost really dying. So one of the probably health-seeking campaign that we can probably tap into is social media. We have a local or an institutional lung cancer screening program at the Lung Center of the Philippines, and we expound on social media. What did we found out? It was not TikTok, it was not Instagram that worked better, that increased awareness about lung cancer screening. It's more of Facebook. So, having observed this kind of behavior, now we're kind of reprogramming our approach in 2026. Now moving on, dropping Instagram and dropping TikTok and moving to Facebook, because it seems to be the one that works. So probably using Facebook to educate the layman or kababayan about signs and symptoms of lung cancer, maybe one that works. It's not the flyers, because with flyers, you need them to come to the area where you will give them. It's not probably the clinics, because you have just limited number of persons involved in the room, but something like the social media, and we found that looks like it's Facebook that works for information dissemination. So in 2026, we'll try to expound on Facebook, using Facebook, but trying on a different approach, because the approach we did in 2025 was just to show the current activities of lung cancer screening. So we're moving into another type of approach, and hopefully you'll find one that works best. Because coming from our experiences, this can be learned as best practice for colleagues who might want to start their own screening program and health education using the social media platform.